Hi YouTube, hey, this is Christian Brindle here, Medicare health plan expert and specialist located about 20 minutes outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. And today I wanted to break down for you what Medicare supplement plans are currently competitive and what Medicare supplement companies are looking pretty good in the state of Colorado right now. Colorado is one of our neighboring states here in Utah, and we're licensed to do business and work with people in Colorado, and we love working with people in that area. So we thought we'd put out a video just for them. I'm going to use a zip code here that is for Denver, Colorado. Now, if you're in a different part of Colorado than Denver, it might be a little different depending on the area and depending on the specific insurance company. Some insurance companies specifically will offer, better prices in some areas than others, and some insurance companies might offer the same rate statewide. So it really does just depend. But let's take a look at it here. Let's say we're working with someone that's turning 65, and let's say they would like a Plan G plan. For those of you who don't know, a Plan G is a Medicare supplement plan that will pay everything that Medicare leaves behind. So Medicare Parts A and B pay first. They're going to pay 80% of the medical bills. And the Medicare Supplement Plan G, regardless of who the insurance company is through, because they're the same plans with every insurance company, they all just charge different prices, is going to pay the remaining 20%. A Plan G is going to pay everything that Medicare leaves behind, with the exception of a one-time-a-year deductible of $198 one time a year. They call that the Medicare Part B deductible. It's probably the most popular Medicare supplement plan we have in the market today. The only other supplement plan that doesn't charge that deductible is the Plan F here, but due to the MACRA bill that passed in 2015, starting January 1st of 2020, you're not able to purchase a Plan F if you become newly eligible for Medicare starting January 1st of 2020 and going forward. So we're just going to go forward with the Plan G in this particular scenario. And let's see what we're looking at and what insurance companies are looking strong in this market. Okay, so it looks like the lowest price we have at the moment would be AARP Medicare supplement plans through United Healthcare. And if we want to see a little bit about their rate increase history, we're going to actually take a look at that on this particular block of business. So it looks like January 1st of this year, they actually went down almost 11%. So they have an increase over the last 3 years anyway of them lowering the price, which is fantastic. I mean, United Healthcare is a gigantic insurance company, so they're never a bad option, and of course, we are licensed and appointed to do business with them, so they're one of our companies. Then you have Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield of Colorado. They don't look too bad either on those rate increases, and we have a little bit more history with them. Then you have a company called Capital Life Insurance Company. They're relatively a newer plan. It looks like they just started 3/12 of 2020. They don't even have a rate increase as of yet. I typically like to stay away from companies like that until we have some kind of history to go off of. Here's one called Union Security Insurance Company. They don't have the greatest AM Best rating, which AM Best basically rates the financial stability of insurance companies. I usually try to stick to above an A at all times, or A minus at the lowest. So if we're looking at Anthem, Anthem's an A, United Healthcare is an A. Typically like to see that because that typically can prevent some kind of rate increases. Atlantic Coast is a company that we carry. Medico is a company that we carry, and they don't look too bad either. So as you can kind of see here, it looks like there's some pretty good prices there. Ascendo is a CVS plan that's relatively new. Now, it doesn't have a rate increase history either, but it's backed by CVS and the Aetna companies because they're one company as of right now. So they're probably going to have the size to be able to do some damage and be pretty competitive. Here's the Manhattan Life Company. They recently, looks like last year, had a 10% rate increase, which we don't ever like to see. We carry them as well. And you can kind of get an idea here in terms of what to look at. Now, let's say I was looking for a man that was turning 65. Because what's competitive might not necessarily be the same for a man and a woman. Some insurance companies offer lower rates to females than males because they theorize that statistically speaking, women are going to be more healthy than men in Medicare age, and they're probably right about that. In all honesty. So United Healthcare comes out number one as well, so that doesn't look too bad at all. I typically like to look at the market data over here because it kind of tells me how large of market share this company has, and usually the larger market share they have in that particular product, it means they're doing well, they have a lot of customers. When it comes to price increases for Medicare supplement plans, there's a lot of factors that go into it, but one thing that you can control is working with a good company that has large market share that can spread risk around, and they're typically going to be able to have low rate increases. In this case with United, the last 3 years the price has only gotten cheaper on average, which is fantastic. You have Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield again, but the prices are just a little bit higher because we're looking at this from the standpoint of a man. Medico, the Thrivent Company. So you can kind of get an idea here in terms of who's going to be competitive and who's not. But let's say you don't want a Plan G. Let's say that you would prefer a Plan N, which we're happy to look at. Let's say we're working for a man turning 65 as well for a Plan N. Now the prices are of course going to depend on your actual zip code in Colorado as well as your age. It will cost a little bit more the older you are, but this is something we can look at for anybody in the state of Colorado that needs help with their Medicare supplement plan. So Plan N looks like the best price you can get right now is Capital Life, but like I said, they're a newer company, just came out, no history. Ascendo looks very strong, the CVS company. United Healthcare is right there, along with everybody else, and we have a lot of history for them. We even have several years in here with no rate increase, which is always encouraging to see. Union Security, Medico does not look bad either. So there's a lot of different options here. You can kind of get the idea in terms of who's available. Now if we're going to keep going a little bit, let's see what other insurance companies are available in the state of Colorado. And you have United American, which that's an insurance company that's been around for a moment there. They've actually been in this particular market for 54 years, so that's a little interesting. National Guardian. You have Humana there. You have the Cigna company, Cigna Health and Life. Mutual of Omaha, which is in this form of United of Omaha, which is a Mutual of Omaha owned company. And sometimes you can even get household discounts that you might be able to apply for as well that can bring down that price. Like if you look at Mutual of Omaha here, United of Omaha offers a 12% household discount, and in a lot of areas, not every state, but in a lot of areas you can get that even if your spouse is over the age of 60 and you're married. She doesn't even have to be on Medicare, or he doesn't have to be on Medicare, so that's always a nice thing. But yeah, this kind of can give us a little bit of insight in terms of what's available. Folks, if you live in the state of Colorado and you'd like to work with my company, I'm going to put our information right here in front of the screen for you. Please feel free to give us a call and talk with me. My name is Christian. I own Christian Brindle Insurance Services, and we work with people in 10 states. But Colorado is one of our neighboring states, and we thought it would be fun to put out a quick little video in terms of what Medicare supplement companies and plans are looking good at this very moment. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Please feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it, comment on what you'd like to see on future Medicare-based videos, and subscribe for future Medicare information and content updates. 5 videos weekly. Thank you so much. Have a great day.